we go. We are just getting after it right now.
Got to watch that lap car there. Didn't even realize the battle for the lead was quickly approaching, and this is only going to help Taylor here. But I'm pretty certain that Michael S. Tucker gave everything he had once the 88 had gotten by him. I think those Goodyear Eagles are just screaming right now. And unfortunately, there's just, you can tell there's not much mechanical grip right now in the 20. Is Taylor about 0.3 of a second quicker right now? But my God, look at the way they just attack. In fact, Taylor on the radio, he is not happy as that got that lap car there. And I completely agree with the leader in this case. You know, he said, I just can't lay over. Well, guess what? Yes, you can. There's no one even in your zip code right now
to go, and these guys are just battling so hard out there right now.
Kind of, I don't want to say ironic, but what's interesting to me is there's really no change in positions from where they started to where they currently run right now inside of really the top six. I mean, Taylor started P1, that's where he resides. Similar story for Tucker in the 39 ride. Started P2, currently sits in P2. Hey, and guess what? When we come to the third and final podium position, it's the same song and dance. Jordan McGraw started third and currently owns that third and final podium spot. Anna Sigok, similar story. Literally, your top four starters are exactly where they took the initial green flag. You got to go all the way back to that sixth place position. Rob Shaw, who started ninth, couple spots to the good, currently starting or residing in that sixth place position. However, Alan, there's a ton of separation here. I mean, from the leader back to the car in that 10th place position, it's 42 seconds right now. That is staggering.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are looking here, 4 laps to go. Josh Taylor has inserted the flux capacitor, and he is starting to drive away. It's now a 1.04 second advantage over Michael Tucker. They're in a 20 car, the price chopper ride. And the only thing he's trying to chop into is that interval. You know, a 1 second lead or 1 second deficit, Matt, could be agonizing and seems like an eternity, as these guys are trying to outbreak each other, but really Tucker's just got to make the 4 clean laps and hope that Taylor makes a mistake.
I'm telling you, Tucker is doing exactly what I wanted him to do, and that was back off. You see that car those tires were too hot. He had no grip. He backed off. He fell back about 1.5 seconds, but now he's closing back in. That interval now under a second. It's 0.89 seconds right now. That price chopper just needs to be patient right now. You still got a lot of time here. It's a long way around this place. Let's see if when he closes back in on the back of the business end of the Red Bull Rocket, if he can get him to make a mistake, return the favor, if you will. But that 88 machine put a great piece of series of corners together there and opens it back up just a little bit officially that time by at the line. 0.965 seconds as they haul off into one, buddy.
Yeah, there's that braking zone one more time. You can see that that left front rotor just glowing like a Christmas tree on 4th of July. As we look back here at the third place car of Hot Rod Jordan McGraw. Then you got Justin Anigasak here, who's giving the 13 car the business. Now the 13 car is a lap down. And that's Ryan.
Car does the right thing there and gets out of the way.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you what, I love the throwback, not to cut you off, the throwback 90s neon paint scheme on that 97 car. That looks absolutely, I'm going to say it, that looks badass on that race car. I love it. Paint scheme of the night for the 97.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to stick around because we are going oval racing just shortly after that with that Universal Studios Florida car. That's sponsor number 97, Morgan Lilly in the iFly car.
Shifting gears back to Michael S. Tucker. He just keyed up on the radio and said the good years are gone. They are cooked. So that just confirms what I was seeing up here in the booth. This is Josh Taylor's race to lose. Well, what do I mean by that? If he just hits his marks right now, sometimes slower is faster. This could be one of those instances where you want to apply that if you're the race car driver. What does that mean? Don't take any unnecessary risks. There's no reason to bomb it into that braking zone, to try and pinch it, through the sweeping section here. Don't utilize those sausage patties, because while it's faster, as we've seen them use them many times already, it does kind of upset the balance on the race car depending on how you hit it. The 20 almost did exactly what I was trying to say there, is he almost lost it. If you don't hit him right, it can cause you to spin out, and that would be disastrous for the 88 as he continues to carry the torch here at Indy. Before we go, Brickyard racing, Alan.
Yeah, we're getting ready after this. Stick around. We're getting ready to go oval racing here. As coming to the white flag is Josh Taylor after he gets out of this infield section. Back onto NASCAR turn number 4. White flag is out here at Indy. Well, one more infield section part.
Alan, the 20 is suddenly came back to life, and he is all over the back of the 88. He is dialing up the heat. As the 88 just put a great S section there together, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, here we are, final time into turn number 1. The 20 car's really got to outbrake that 88 car, the 88 car of Josh Taylor, the Red Bull Rocket.
That is a passing zone, Alan, but I don't like it, and here's why. Because if you miss it, if you don't get the lead there, I think you've ruined the opportunity to have a chance, unless the 88 makes a mistake the rest of the entire lap. I think you got to be a little more decisive here. Whoa. As the 20 goes drift mode. Both these drivers are giving it 110%. Reminds me of that race between Brad Keselowski and Marcus Ambrose at Watkins Glen in 2014.
Yeah, the only difference between that is I don't see Tucker doing anything aggressive. As Tucker continues.
The 20 is there.
Yeah, he's there. He's definitely giving Josh Taylor the business.
The 20 could have turned him right there, and I could tell he checked up a little bit. That's not how he wanted to win the race. But here we go into the final sets of corners here for the final time. There's a lap car in front of him. The 20 unable to get the advantage, Alan.
Off the final corner, the final time. Onto NASCAR number 4. And winning the race here, Josh Taylor brings it home on the top step of the podium. Michael Tucker, a good hard battle, and Hot Rod Jordan McGraw will finish at your podium. Justin Hannigan is working on bringing it home in that 4th position, as Morgan Lilly will bring it home 5th as they cross the line.
Bob Shaw is going to reside in that 6th place position. Great top 10 run for the Canadian. Shane Haar going to come home 7th after starting 18th. He was really getting it done out there on the racetrack. Good day also for Daniel Helms out of the 28 camp. He comes home 8th. Tyler McMurder continues to get it done on the oval and on the road course. Very nice run for McMurder, who's been on a little bit of a hot streak. He comes home 9th, and rounding out your top 10, Tyler Dohar, who slid back just a couple, but hey, if you can come out of here with the top 10, Alan, I'll take that any day.
Absolutely, as we are going to get ready and talk to your top 3 podium finishers here. Josh Taylor, what a race he's had. He's burning it down.
You know what? He should still be burning it down. Hey, man, you just won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You know, the birthplace of speed. This is an iconic place. You know, anytime you can win here, I mean, just like A.J. Allmendinger said when he got his very first Cup win here a few years ago on this configuration, what it means to win at Indy. My question is, can he come back? Can he win the Indy double here? You're going to have to stick around, folks, as we get ready now to interview our top 3.
Yeah, first up into the booth is your winner tonight, and that is the Red Bull Bandit, the Red Bull Rocket, Josh Taylor. Josh, how's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How are we doing in the broadcast booth?
We're doing fabulous. You know, from the drop of the green flag, it looked like the Michael Tucker show. But take us through that race and how you managed to get by the number 20 car.
Yeah, so I got the pole, and he just got a better turn one to start the race, and kind of lost the lead there, and I was kind of mired behind him there. I think I was a little quicker than him at the start of the race, and then, as the race progressed, I feel like the tires kind of evened out, and he kind of picked up some pace too, and he was better at some sections, I was better at some sections. It was really, tight all the way around, and he just kind of made a mistake, and I think, like, one of the last sections kind of got off track, and I just kind of capitalized on that and kind of, once I got the lead, he kind of got stuck. I pulled away to about a second, and then he kind of just stayed there for a while. And I think I might have just abused my tires a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate, you guys for broadcasting, and, great race for Michael Tucker here. And great battle, between him, really clean racing. I think I got into him a couple times, and, no harm, no foul. I kind of gave the position back, because I don't like to pass like that. So. But fantastic race. Very, very pleased with this performance.
Yeah, definitely took the words right out of my mouth. Up next here in a little bit of time, we go oval racing. What's going to be the key to get around this oval?
Well, I'm not sure, honestly. Like, it seemed like you could run fast laps in fifth gear, but like I was running better times in, shifting down to third gear. So it's going to be really interesting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Hopefully we could get track position and get a good qualifying, because it's going to be nearly impossible to pass, As you know, with, Indianapolis and Pocono type of racetracks, it's just, track position game. Hopefully we can keep it up front and, at least be around. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to have here, honestly.
Look, man, before we
Josh, Matt up in the booth, not to cut you off there, Alan. I mean, that answer is spoken like a true veteran of iRacing. You're absolutely right. Track position is critical at that track. And I think the shift or not to shift is really, at least for me anyhow, how far mired back in traffic I am versus if I'm shifting or not shifting. I think everyone has a different maybe, mindset on that, but you're right. I mean, if you can start up front, try to keep that position. And no question in my mind that you'd be one of the cars to watch. I know you're bad fast at this racetrack historically, on and off the oval. Congratulations on that dominating win. Coming back to what we just watched here on the road configuration, that battle you had with Tucker, I mean, it was basically the Taylor Tucker show, and you guys reminded me a lot of AJ Allmendinger and Marcus Ambrose and Brad Keselowski at Watkins Glen. That fantastic battle they had more than 10 years ago. Now I can't believe it. When he missed the corner and baha'd it in the grass, do you think that was the defining moment of the race? Was that one mistake you were talking about that completely changed or turned the tides for you out there on the racetrack?
100%. And honestly, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to complete the pass there. And him going off track definitely lost him the race. I don't know if I would have got, I could get to him, and then like once I got to him, there's only like a couple passing zones, and you kind of catch people in like a bad spot, or like, my section I'd be faster than him, so I'd catch him, and then his section that he's faster than me, he'd pull away a little bit. It didn't seem like it was going to click. I didn't want to send it in on him, and it's, I didn't want to overshoot the turn and blow, my race and, lose a top 5 or something, but it was definitely very hard to pass. Our times seemed really identical after about the first 4 or 5 laps. I think I was quicker the first like 4 or 5 laps, and then we were pretty much identical. So yeah, that slip up definitely cost him.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from my position. But then again, what we see up here in the booth sometimes and oftentimes is different from what's happening out on the racetrack in real time. But nonetheless, man, that was a heck of a drive from you. Congratulations. Before we cut you loose, man, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on that 88? The floor is yours.
I appreciate Tyler McMurder for, letting me even race in this league and racing all the series. I've had a blast this entire time. I appreciate, Tucker for racing me really clean. if anybody else, it could have been anybody else. They might have just sent me off, and I got a penalty, and I'm never catching back up or something. You never know. But he raced me really clean and very passive. So I appreciate that, and you guys, of course, for broadcasting this.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the victor in the Taylor Tucker Showdown here on the road course side of things at Indianapolis. He's your victor, but we're doubling down on the action. He's going to try to go back-to-back here in a few moments, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Josh, you have a great run on the oval, buddy.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that, guys.
Alan, back to you, sir.
Yeah, now next, the other half of the Michael Taylor show. Josh Taylor, Michael Tucker. Michael, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. How's it going for you guys?
Well, look, you had the lead there, and then it looked like that the Josh Taylor got by you, and here you are, finished second. What more could you needed out of that car to get a better position?
There was nothing I could have needed more at the car. It was fast. I just couldn't make that mistake, and I went to the corner knowing I blow it. So, just if I didn't blow that corner, it would have been ours. Josh was very clean the past 2, 3. I don't know how many races I've ran this season. I came in super late. I think it was 2. Past 2 races, he's clean, and there could have been times I could have been wrecked. And he's a clean enough driver that I know he won't wreck me. So. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get ready to go oval racing here in just a few moments, what's going to be the sauce to get around that Indy oval?
With the air grief and dirty air griefing, it's going to be difficult. Clean air and hoping you don't get killed by the electric grief is all you can do. Just track position dependent, and someone on old tires can easily win this race. So just track position.
All right. Well, before we get you out of here, Michael Tucker, who do you want to thank and who helps you get it done on that number 39 on our lifetime and 20 in our hearts?
Yeah, I put the wrong scheme, but we don't talk about that part. Yeah, I'd like to thank Timac for letting me come in late, Dohar for paying the entry. I appreciate my old spotter, Dohar. Josh for racing McLean, he could have easily wrecked me in some of those corners. Certified Harpoon, I don't know, Mom, Dad, Tassie Tuckerilla, or one of those. And everybody that puts on the show, and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, good stuff. Well, we're going to get you out of here and let you celebrate that podium spot, and we're going to get ready to go on the oval.
See you guys.
And Matt, what a good road race here as we get ready to double down and go oval racing. But before we get that going, we're going to go over those final results right quick here with the NASCAR Cup Series. Josh Taylor led 9 laps on his way to victory, with Michael Tucker finishing second and Jordan McGraw on the podium. Fourth to go to Janet, Justin Enigasak, Morgan Lilly bringing home 5th, Rob Shaw bringing it home 6th, 7th to go to Shane Har, Daniel Helms will bring it home 8th, 9th to go to T-Mac, Tyler McMurder and Tyler Dohar bring home 10th. You'll see the rest of the field scrolling to your bottom. We are at Indianapolis Road Course, 2.39 miles, 20 laps, going 47.79 miles, 2 different lead changes, 0 cautions. Josh Taylor puts it on the pole. The fastest lap went to Michael Tucker, and most laps led went to Michael Tucker with 11. Shane Har is your hard charger. Don't forget to stick around as we get ready to go oval racing. We're going to kick it back to the intro while we get to our next lobby. So stick around and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series. So we go oval racing. We're going to do a little bit of qualifying here as we get ready to go here. The first car out on the track right now is Michael Tucker, who finished second on the road course as we convert to the oval. Had to do some resetting of the racetrack to not make it so oval-ish, or road course-ish, I should say. Now we're on the oval. Michael Taylor on the first one on the racetrack to put down a lap. Coming to the green flag here on the Red Line Racing Network. Through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, down to the green flag. He's going to come down and get the green flag here on lap number 1. Michael Taylor on the clock. Two turns 1, or off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Each corner, this track is a unique layout. Each corner, there's actually 4 corners. It's a giant rectangle. But turn number 3, onto the second short chute into turn number 4. Off turn number 4 for the first time. White flag in the air. Lap number 1. John Osborne with a 54, 52 as we get times coming in. Michael Tucker to the top of the board with a 52.29. 52.28 for Michael Tucker. That's the time to beat. Michael Tucker on his second lap. Can he back it up? Down into turn number 3. Time to beat right now is a 52.28. 52.28 is the time to beat. For turn number 4 for the final time. And survey says slower that time, but he's on the pole with a 52.5, or with a 52.25 or 29. Chris Leota, and that number is 69 CL Designs Racing Enterprise. He's going to come down to get his first lap. He is now going to be on the clock. First lap for Leota. He's on the clock, and we got times trying to start to trickle in here. Ooh, Leota not going to put a time on the board. Ryan Bridenstine in the number 13 car this week. Justin Anagasato's second quickest with a 52.34. Right now the time to beat is a 52.29. And Bridenstine's first lap is good enough for 19th. Jason Metcalf with a 52.60. Metcalf good enough for 12th. Ruiz, he's going to time in 7th. As McMurder, Clinton Collins, Bryce Thomas, Justin Knapp, and Matt Mettler. Well, that's going to be a field. There he is. There's the man, the myth, and the legend, Matt Metler. We just wrapped up qualifying. And, Matt, we are getting ready to go over that starting lineup. As on the pole, it's going to be Michael Tucker and Justin Anigasak in row number 1. Row number 2 is where you'll find John Osborne and Tyler Dohar. And row number 3 is where we'll find Elijah Fisher and Daniel Helms. Row number 4, Jose Ruiz and Shane Harden at number 21 Robin Hood car. Row number 5, you'll find the Red Bull Rocket, the Red Bull Bandit, and Samuel Morris, who is channeling his inner SpongeBob and living in a pineapple under the sea. Row number 6, you have Hot Rod Jordan McGraw and Jason Metcalf, our neighbor from the north. Row number 7 is Grant Salzano and Justin Litch. Row number 8, Nick Benson, Travis Barnes in that number 7 car. Row 9, starting 17th on the grid, is Rob Shaw and Morgan Lilly, who is flying his way to the front, hopefully. Row number 10, the 69 car, Chris Leota and Ryan Burdenstein. Row 11, rounding out top 22 starters, is going to be RJ Cortell and Kyle Kuykendall. Row number 12 is T-Mac, Tyler McMurder, and Bryce Thomas in the number 99 car. Row number 13 is where you'll find the red line driver of Matt Metler and Justin Knapp.
I'll tell you what, Alan. Well, I didn't really want to move due to the situation, but there's always pains associated with moving. And I don't know if I dinged my computer moving it or if it's the internet connection, but my computer is just not happy. I packet lost there at the top of the other session, and then it dropped out on me again there as we were interviewing these drivers. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go, but just trying to work the kinks back out of the computer that previously weren't there.
Yeah, as we get ready, we're going to go to that turn 1-2 complex. It's going to be Tucker and Anigasak on the front row. John Osborne, who will typically come out, he shines really well when it comes to these long tracks. John Osborne, I would expect to talk to you on the podium here at the end of the night, but we're going to go 65 laps of racing. It's going to stay mean, it's going to stay clean, it's going to stay green. So join us here for the next 60 fast-paced minutes. We rock and roll down that back straightaway at a whopping 70 miles an hour.
Well, Liam Irving will always tell you how much I love this racetrack and the infamous story of our time together at SRM, which I really think he hasn't gotten over it yet, if you're listening. Love you, buddy. But, this league is, you kind of hinted at it, Alan. They've been on that lean, mean, and green streak. I think we're going to keep it going here. Get dirty air, dirty air, dirty air. Not underwear, dirty air is going to be a huge factor in this race. I really think if we see a caution, don't even bother coming down pit road for tires. Stay out there, get the track position. I firmly believe if you take care of your tires further on back in the field, like where I am right now, way back in 25th, you can stay out and still maintain position if you know what you're doing. Hopefully I get a chance to prove this theory as we get ready to go green flag racing, buddy.
Yeah, just like we're going to do this all night long. We're going to do it for Dale. Be like Biff. And race fans, we're going to race for Rowdy here in Indianapolis.
That's right, we're getting rowdy here for the late, great Kyle Busch as that field now comes up to speed for the first time. And jump big time on the binders as that 99 car really checked up in front of me. 2x2, side by side through the short chute, as we now get up to speed. One car off. Oh, he's going to come back across the traffic. Going to have to go. Oh, wow, that got dicey. And, that may have ruined his dinner plans, Alan. And I made a new race suit after that as he came right back up in front of me, buddy.
Yeah, right now back at the front you got Michael Tucker and Justin Anigasak. Michael Tucker looking for redemption after that close battle with the Red Bull Rocket of Josh Taylor. But don't look now, kids. We are almost fanned out. Not quite doing the Indy Sneak just yet, but we're going to get close to it.
Absolutely. That incident there cost me about 2 seconds on the racetrack, and I am not going to have the advantage of the draft anymore either to help us. Clearly, that driver there just wasn't accounting for the looser conditions you have here on colder tires, and he locked it down but came back across the racetrack, and I almost spun it coming out of the short chute myself there, buddy.
Yeah, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Justin Anigasak in that Universal Studios 97 car. Then you got Michael Tucker, John Osborne right there in a distant third, but not too quite of a distant third. And then you got Tyler Dohar, who is currently running in that 4th position. The only 2 people that traded spots right now is Anigasak and Tucker. Now Shane Haar, he's up 2 spots, and Daniel Helms, DH, is up in that 5th position, up 1. He's starting 6th. A little bit deeper in the field. Everybody's just about single filed out like they are at the methadone clinic.
Yes, they are, and that's typically the preferred lane here is that low line, basically ripping that white line through the corners and letting it slide out to the wall there. Single file, in the air. It really just slows you down running side by side in this car with these long straightaways. It can really hurt you, especially getting on the overtake side of things when you're side by side. Someone can slipstream you, go 3 wide, and sometimes gain 2 positions going into the corner.
As we got a car coming out of line, it's so far. Michael Tucker's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's going to fall back on the line. John Osborne, you know, here's the thing. I get to see John Osborne race 2 nights a week now. One on Saturdays with the ECR Cup Series, and here with the NASCAR Cup Series. He is one of those drivers, Matt, that whenever he'll just log laps, and when the time is right, he'll pounce. He's going to let Anigasak and Tucker just run the bejesus out of their tires. As we are working lap number 4, we had about just 62 laps left to go.
In fact, you know, you mentioned the Dr. Feelgoods. Alan, I take it back. This car has gotten extremely tight in on the entry, and in fact, my car is not happy right now at all. I think I got some phantom wheel damage there. I heard the spotter come over the radio and say something that didn't make sense. But this car is really tight on entry, a lot tighter than it used to be. And I think that may throw that tire philosophy I had out the window here, because I think it's really easy to abuse that right front. And that could be a premium here sooner than later.
Well, just as you say that, we're going to go to the top chopper, just like Schwarzenegger wanted to. Tyler McMurder has an incident, and we're going to see what happened to T-Mac here, as he's just going to get loosey-goosey down the back straightaway. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Can't save it. Noses it right into the wall, and his day is done. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Justin Anigasak, Michael Tucker sitting high, wide, and handsome. But here comes John Osborne wanting to close the gap in. It's an even. It's almost a second back to John Osborne. Actually, we'll call it a second. That's what the eyeball test is going to show here.
Alan, I don't know if you heard my last transmission there, but I went ahead and I gave Grant the spot there in the 14. I think we're starting to have some, of all things now, radio communication problems. Throw that on the list as well of the growing pains.
Well, meanwhile, these 2 drivers right here, the 97 car and the 39 car of Michael Tucker and Justin Anigasak, right now they are nose to tail, and that's about as close as you can get. And right now we're just following the leader, Jason Metcalf, our neighbor to the north. We're going to go back a little bit further into the field. We're not missing anything up front. as it looks like Tucker going to the inside. He's Goodyear to Goodyear with Inigasek, as Matt says, a John Ford special down the back straightaway. And he's going to jump in line.
2x2, side by side, down for John Ford special. Absolutely, buddy. And I'll tell you what, I'm trying to work with Grant back here to give him some draft support, and I just can't do it right now. My spotter came on the radio when I blinked out and said when I came back in I had wheel damage, so I'm pretty certain I've given myself phantom damage of some sort on this car, which I probably won't be able to take a look at until we get a caution. This race may be over before it even got started, courtesy of the new living situation I'm in right now. But I want to thank everyone for joining us right here on Redline Racing Network. And Alan, talk about your new venture. So, in case you didn't know, folks, Alan Bergen and I, this ain't our first rodeo. We've done this together for a while back when I was with Sim Racing Media. And Alan decided to start his own racing network, his own channel on YouTube. Couldn't be prouder, more happier for him. Alan, go ahead and tell everyone how they can find you on your new YouTube channel. You know I support the heck out of you. I love you, buddy. Folks, go ahead and make sure you take care of this man, too. My partner in crime for almost 3 years now, Mr. Bergen.
Yeah, definitely. It's the Alan Experience YouTube channel, but we have launched ABSN, the Alan Bergen Sports Network. And we took on our first race there Friday night with the Mid-Missouri Racing League, and that's a dirt racing league. And, you know, Matt, it's a known fact that I love dirt racing, kind of like the old man loves turkey. Except the Bumpus' dogs are not gonna eat any dirt racing. But nonetheless, we had a lot of fun last Friday night. Go ahead, hop over there, and there's even some in-car footage that we do of the real racing, and we're gonna be at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 Park on Saturday, June 6th. So come by and say hi if you're in the St. Louis region. But nonetheless, here we are, lap 10. Just 56 laps left to go in this one. And there it is, the battle for fourth position. John Osborne in danger of dropping out of the top 5, but this is what's going to be normal to that 44 G-Shock ride. As Dan Helm, he's going to go on the inside. He's going to get ahead. And Matt, these guys, I call it playing snake at 180 miles an hour. And these guys are definitely going to start leapfrogging each other.
Absolutely. The truffle shuffle, the icky shuffle, however you want to coin it. As you said, the Indy Snake. Side note here, I think Nick Bentz may have bought the farm. That 81 quickly turned to go down pit road, and I seen all kinds of smoke coming off of that race car, and I think he is putting it on the hauler. Not quite sure what happened to Nick Bentz, but it didn't look good there, Alan.
Yeah, definitely is. We once again, T-Mac Tyler McMurder gonna win the race to the beer stand. Not a race you want to win, but somebody's got to win it.
That's right. Only one can win. Many will try. And already looks like two competitors that took the initial green flag, Nick Bentz and Tyler McMurder, have called it quits. T-Mac actually just came on the radio and said he's going to call it quits on this one. So the HMFIC is officially going to win the race to the beer stand, as you just said, Alan. Good call.
I wonder what kind of beer he drinks, but that's a different story for a different day. And
Molson Canadian Triple X, I bet.
Okay. As Ryan Burdenstein has an incident, we're going to take a look at that. And there it is, just Lucy to the left, to the right. He's going to do the electric slide right into the wall.
Ryan Bernstein going to take it down pit road. So an early unscheduled stop for him as well, Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. He's able to drive the thing back. No fast repairs, I don't believe. So whatever damage you get is the damage that you get. And this race is long enough, but the thing is, as you're hoping for cautions as there it is right there. Michael Tucker going to put Bernstein 1 lap down. And Bernstein might not have that much damage, but it's going to be a costly incident for that 13 car. As Michael Tucker, looking for redemption, led the most laps on the Indy Road Course, only to lose it to the Red Bull rocket of Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, though, he may have won the race, that first race, but he's hoping to double down as he currently runs 9th.
Hey, that's not bad right now. Like you said, Alan, a long ways to go in this race. It's a long way around here. It is not a half mile like Martinsville or even a mile track. You got to add a little bit more distance to get around here to complete a lap. Anything and everything could possibly happen. It's just 13 laps into this piece. 65, the scheduled distance, and we also have overtime in our back pocket should we need it.
I don't think we're going to need it, but check out these wall cams.
Oh, yeah, the wall cams are sick. They are absolutely really breathtaking, kind of giving you another angle, another shot here that we didn't really have on the iRacing side of things up until a couple months ago.
Yeah, definitely. We are working lap number 14 of 65. Not leaving double-digit laps here tonight. One driver that is leading double-digit laps. But while we're watching that 39 car, Michael Tucker, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather here tonight. And Matt, you and I are both weather nuts. So right
Absolutely.
now it's an 80-degree, 39. We'll call it 39 in the stands. On the track, it is right around that witching hour on the north side of 104 with no wind in Indiana under a clear sky. And humidity is relatively low with a 39% relative humidity. That's about as dry as you can get for Indianapolis or Speedway, Indiana. As it's usually, around May, it's usually either really hot or it's chilly and raining.
That's a great point. It's one or the other. And hey, we're still in the prime of tornado season right now, so you got to make sure you're always keeping your eye to the sky, even in the Hoosier State.
Definitely Justin Anagasek losing time as it is now 2.4 seconds. We'll call it 2.5. You're not missing anything as Michael Tucker just installed the flux capacitor, and well, he's driven off into the sunset. He wants to get out of Speedway, Indiana as quickly as possible.
Hell, yeah, but to go lap.
We are losing Matt Mettler there. Tyler Dohar continues to bring up at this race we're in right now. He would be the podium, the third and final podium spot as Matt Mettler just is taking a direct hit from a storm right now. He's still on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's right, Alan. But caution.
Yeah, cautions right now are going to come at a premium. Matt Mettler now 38 seconds behind your leader of Michael Tucker. Michael Tucker, there he is, out of a 2.5 second lead. As John Osborne is still riding in that 4th position. Lap 17 of 65. So we are 16 laps into the history books. And tires are going to start falling off here just about any time here. We take a look at your fastest 5-lap average. So far, Michael Tucker has 52.91, while Tyler Dohar, who rides in that 3rd position, currently has a 53 flat, along with Justin Anagasek. Then you get to John Osborne, who currently rides in that 5th position, who's actually faster than Dan Helms. Our biggest movers of the race, Kyle Heckendahl up 8 spots. He's currently 14th. 7 positions gained by Bryce Thomas. Morgan Lilly gained 5. Jason Metcalf gained 8. And Matt Mettler has gained 4 positions. So far, the best battle on the racetrack. This is the closest ones. Gall and Morris currently vying for that 10th position. Haar and Fisher currently is your best battle. The lap leader right now, Michael Tucker, has led 12 laps. Justin Anigasak has led 6 so far. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's your leader by almost 3 seconds now. Justin Anigasak, as these guys get spread out, is being pursued by Tyler Dohar. Here we are.
Dohar, the longtime series veteran that also. Alan, I think my comms are on the way out, buddy.
We're working lap number 19 of 65 here. Not missing anything up in the front. As right now, Michael Tucker sits high, wide, and handsome with almost a 3-second lead over Anigasak and Dohar. There's the eyeball test. That is a long way back to Anigasak. And then you got the big gaggle of cars right behind Dohar, being led by Daniel Helms and John Osborne. As we are at lap number 20, we're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to give you the sights and sounds of the NASCAR Cup Series, and well, we'll be right back. You won't miss a thing. Welcome back to Indianapolis here. Alan Bergen just south of St. Louis here in the Tony Sherpasso Memorial booth. Right now, Michael Tucker has just opened up to a 3.5-second lead over Justin Anigasak. There is that number 39 card, 20 in our hearts, 39 on the live timing. He was just started clearing a path through Indiana on his way to, well, the next racetrack. Working lap number 23. There's the eyeball test. As you can see, Justin Anigasak in the top right-hand corner. Here comes Tyler Dohar making a move on the 97 car. He's been working on that move for a while here, as we are just over at 1/3 mark in this race. I want to thank everybody for joining us here in the YouTube.com live chat. Make sure you give the Red Line Network a shout out, and as we are rocking and rolling our way to lap number 65. John Osborne, though, giving Daniel Helms the business, looking for a top 5 spot right now. We're working lap 24, 23 laps into the history books we go. Shane Haar here in that number 21 car, Robin Hood, sponsoring number 21. Then you got Eliza Fisher in that number 6 car. That number 6 car has a special place in my heart. And here comes John Osborne. John Osborne's going to motor away from Daniel Helms going to motor away from John Osborne, rather. John Osborne trying to chase down Daniel Helms like he owes him lunch money. Says, get back here. You owe me money. And so far, it has been the Michael Tucker show from the word go. Excuse me. Lap 25. We got just about 45 laps left to go here from Indianapolis. And it's a long 45 laps. As Michael Tucker has just about caught Matt Mettler there in that number 7 car. Matt Mettler having audio issues, but we'll get him back.
We got the caution. We down the lead lap.
Shane Haar.
I'm not sure who that involved there, Alan. Thank you for the update. I think I heard you say Shane Haar. That's going to be the first yellow flag for incident. And my life is spared. We stay alive. And we do have one fast repair, Alan. One fast repair for this race.
Well, here's what happened to Shane Haar is he's going to get into the grass free landscaping. And the 34 car is there of Hot Rod Jordan McGraw. Shane Haar with a little bit of damage there. But we're gonna have, pit stops here, wholesale pit stops, if you will. So you get to watch the entrance of pit road as these guys are getting ready to come down pit road. Here's your running order so far. It's gonna be Michael Tucker, and all that real estate that Michael Tucker just had, he just lost on that caution. That was a 4-second lead that he had.
Vaporized because of that yellow flag, and obviously that driver is going to be probably a little bit agitated, Alan, as it's getting a 4-second interval is not easy to come by here in the NASCAR Cup Series.
As we get ready to bring these guys down pit road. Here they come. Just in the top of your screen first. Everybody coming down, leading the parade. Down pit road is Michael Tucker. Nick Bent's going to stay out and get that wave around. And Matt, that was that caution couldn't have come out at a better time for you.
No, it was like God answered prayer. I was given an early birthday present here. And had to burn a fast repair there. I'm not sure what happened. I know it happened on the blink. But we're going to throw 2 tires on it here, see if we can get a little bit of track position. I don't think we're going to gain too many, though. So we'll probably come back down and put another 2 tires on it and see what we can do with the car that actually drives down.
Tucker going to win the race off the pit road. We get to watch this battle here at the cone. Now, remind you that if you leave the apron of the racetrack, that little pit road lane, if you call it, or the access road, it is an unsafe pit violation, pit entry.
That is correct. That's right, and that's very strict on this track too, Alan. Even if you get your right side tires over that line just a little bit, it'll flag you, and you got to be very conscientious of that. You're absolutely right.
Well, nonetheless, Michael Tucker and Tyler Dohar, Justin Anigasak.
Those are the guys right now that we're paying attention to. And Alan, not to cut you off there, I think I'm going to come down pit road here and I'm going to throw another 2 tires on it. Not too many cars left in this race. I was the final car fighting for my life on the lead lap, which I was able to stay on. So we're going to come back down here and just put another 2 tires on it here, put the lefts on it. And like I said, see what we can do now with the car that actually does not have any damage. Hopefully we don't blink out again there.
Well, the lights are out on that iRacing.com pace car, and we're getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here just in a moment's time as they come down the, turn 1-2 complex, as you like to call it.
Turns 1 and 2 complex. You know who got me saying that, believe it or not? The Beagle, Dave Regal.
The Beagle.
Mr. Wappy Pie himself.
Well, now he's a pastor, so now he's Father Dave. Is it Father Dave?
I always told him. You know what? I've always said he would evangelize on the airwaves, and now he's actually doing it in real life. See, there's something to these things.
Maybe you had a crystal ball, but nonetheless, Tyler Dohar, Michael Tucker on your front row as we await the green flag from Barney. First caution of the night comes out at the hands of the 21 car of Shane Haar. Return to the third turn. Now there's actually 4 turns here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Matt, did you know? This track, the facility is actually big enough. They put a dirt track on the grounds.
I did not know that, Alan. When did they do that?
Well, they did it, I want to say 2019.
Thank you for that. I was unaware of it. Do you know how big it is? What's the size?
I think it's a quarter mile, but nonetheless, Barney's got the flag in hand. And the field's getting ready to go up through the gearbox, through the restart zone, up through the gearbox, the sequential shifter coming to life. We're about to green flag race. Already Michael Tucker already starting to go to work. Anigasak in that second position. Dohar riding in third. They're going to get single filed out once again. Here comes Morgan Lilly. He's on the inside of Ruiz. Kuykendall thinking the same thing. We got cars on the inside, 2 by 2, almost making it 3 wide. Gonna think better of it. Hot Rod, Jordan McGraw there in that 13th position, down 2 spots from where he started. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Michael Tucker starting to go back to work on Justin Anigasek. He's going to open it up to half a second. Whoa, Dan Helm's going to get loosey-goosey down into turn number 1 and 2. I believe that's turn 3. Pardon my track awareness. And that's a great picture of the traffic.
Someone just took a header into the fence. And then they blinked out. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen here at Indiana. That was wild.
And that was Shane Haar.
I've never seen a car violently explode like that. However, that could have been because he blinked out. Even Rob Shaw on the radio is saying it looked absolutely wild.
Lap 32 of 65. We're just near that halfway point here as we continue to see Justin Anigasek lead this piece. Justin Anigasek is actually running second. Pardon my French there. Michael Tucker continues to lead this piece. He's going to keep it at a half second ahead of the 97 car. Dohar continues to run third. If the race were to end now, it would be a Tucker, Anigasek, and Dohar podium. Josh Taylor, the Red Bull Bandit there. Continues to run in that fourth position, trying to run down the 77 car of Dohar. I believe on the number 97 car, I believe that's, or the 88 car, I think that's Pac-Man. Nope, still Red Bull. We had one caution for cause. We are now just one lap away from halfway. Michael Tucker continues to lead this piece. Anigasek, who we're watching on our screen. We were just at the halfway point. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to go radio silent. You're not going to miss a thing here on the Red Line Racing Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Indianapolis here with the NASCAR Cup Series. Alan Bergen here with you just out of St. Louis, Missouri, bringing you all the action here on the Red Line Racing Network. Tyler Dohar continues to lead this piece in that double natural at number 77. As you've been watching the great views, the sights and sounds. 25 laps to go here with the NASCAR Cup Series at Indianapolis. Josh Taylor continues to lead this piece, continues to run in fourth. Michael Tucker has officially opened it out to a 1 second lead over Justin Anagasek. Tyler Dohar, though, he continues to run in that third position. So if the race were to end right now, your top three would be Michael Tucker, Justin Anagasek, and Tyler Dohar. 25 laps to go, 1/4 laps to go. And Michael Tucker is coming off turn number 4 to make it 24 laps to go. Want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight on your phones and your homes, wherever you may be watching. As ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a late one. Justin Anagasek doing everything he can. Is it going to be a repeat for Michael Tucker, who has led the most laps? And speaking of leading the most laps, here's your lap leader. Tucker has led 36 laps to Anagasek's 6. Now, Rob Shaw, who's in 13th position, has led one single lap, and that was under caution. So we take a look at the race recap. We're on lap 42 at 65, and Michael Tucker continues to lead this piece. 1 caution for 4 lap and 2 lead changes. So we are working lap number, as we were working 23 laps to go, make it 43 of 65. As these guys are talking back and forth, 23 laps to go. Kind of like the radio chatter inside the race car.
3.934.
23 laps left to go. Tucker, your race leader. He's opened it out to an 0.8 of a second lead. Jason Metcalf out there all alone, as he currently resides in that 20th spot. Matt Mettler is still making moves out there on the racetrack, though. So we're going to slide it over to him, and, well, he's going to do the blinkety-blinkety. As the South Florida area is getting hammered. 22 laps to go. Anagasek hoping to make a race out of it. Our road race winner.
3.7.
We try to find the race winner from the road course. There's the Red Bull Rocket, Josh Taylor. He's currently up 5 spots. That Red Bull number 88. Riding in fourth with 22 laps to go. Eliza Fisher right there trying to give him the business. As everybody is all but spread out, 21 to go. This time when Tucker crosses the line. Dohar continues to run third. So if the race were to end right now, it would be Tucker, Anagasek, Dohar in that double natural.
Yeah. Damage is repaired.
Now we're starting to see cars blink in and out. Don't forget to join us here in just a little bit of time on Sim Racing Media as Mike the Money and myself bring you all the action with the Western States Racing League. Liam Murphy gonna make his return to the cockpit, as I'm gonna trade in my fire suit for a regular suit, and we're gonna bring you 80 laps of excitement over there. But we got 20 laps to go in this one, and so far It is all Michael Taylor, or Michael Tucker all day. We look to have a pretty good sized crowd on hand for that one. Tucker continues to lead this piece at a whopping 0.8 of a second. Make it 0.85, if you will. "18 laps to go. You're not missing anything up front." So we continue to try to scan for battles. It looks like that's the 94 car of Sam Morris, who is gonna go one lap down. Or who is a lap down now to Michael Tucker. Tucker continuing to pick him up and put him down, as we are now 17 laps to go from Indianapolis. Dohar continues to run third. Nothing's really changed so far in this race. Checking in the world of sports right now. Checking in around the world of baseball here as the Cardinals are getting schooled by the Texas Rangers in the bottom of the seventh, as the Cardinals just put one on the board to make it a one-run game. And San Francisco and Milwaukee, the Brewers are ahead of the Giants by 4, or by 3 runs. In the Twin Cities tonight, the White Sox are trailing the Minnesota Twins 4-6. In the city of brotherly love, Father Frank Marchese's Padres fall to the Philadelphia Phillies by 1 run. And then the top of the 8th in the Bronx, the Cleveland Guardians are leading the New York Yankees as we have just 15 laps to go. And right now, the sands of the hourglass, if you're Justin Anagasaki, the sands of the hourglass are running thin. Michael Tucker continues out to a 0.80 second lead. You can tell that Anagasaki is closing in ever so slightly on that number 39 car. 14 laps remain in this one. Don't forget, in about 21 minutes, you can catch me over at Sim Racing Media with the Western States Racing League as Liam Irving makes his return to the truck, to the driver's seat. And don't forget, you can come back tomorrow and catch myself and Liam Irving on the EOL Oval Sports Network with Sim Racing Media with the EOL Racing League. Ugh. Say that 5 times fast. Tucker coming down to get 13 laps to go. And Indy's one of those tracks where if you blink, well, you just might miss it. Dohar continues to run that third position, that double natural, with 13 laps remaining. We're going to go ahead and take one final break, and we'll bring you the rest of this race commercial free. So we're going to send you to the sights and sounds of NASCAR. Ten laps to go here from Indianapolis. Michael Tucker has still got an 0.8 of a second lead over Justin Anagasek. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the Redline Racing Network with 9 laps to go here from Indianapolis. And so far, there's the man on the mission looking for redemption from that earlier race as we brought you the last 10 laps of the Indy road course. Justin Anagasek there in that second position right now with Tyler Dohart and the double natural out to a almost 4 second deficit over your top 2. Race recap. T-Mac Tyler McMurder putting it on the hauler early, as Shane Hart has had his fun meter peg running only 3 laps. Nick Bentz has had his fun meter peg. Matt Mettler got hit by a South Florida storm and had to force him to put it on the hauler. Jason Metcalf puts it on the hauler, and we got our second caution. Bryce Thomas crashed. Let's see what happened to Bryce. He's got 99 problems, and pit road isn't one right now. And neither is a straight race car. Let's see what happened to that 99 car. And the 57 car just gonna get into him, and it's gonna do some free landscaping, and around he goes. Back out to the live picture here. And it's going to be wholesale pit stops. Caution number 2 out here at Indy with just a handful of laps left to go. We're going to see these guys more than likely come down pit road and get services. Here they come. Tucker, Anigasak, Dohar, Fisher, Osborne. I would imagine this is going to be a fuel stop only. Josh Taylor going to win the race off pit road. Osborne second. Red Bull Bandit, he's going to win the race off pit road. Let's take a look at your race recap so far. We got 5 laps to go. It's going to be an all-out shootout here. Josh Taylor, your current race leader. 2 cautions for 6 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting set up for a barn burner here. As it's going to be a natural green-white checker when we come back to the green flag here. As they're going to start getting doubled up here just momentarily. Come down pit road, or come by pit road. we get ready to go racing one more time. The lights are going to go out this time by. 1 lap to green. There's 4 laps to go. When we come back by, it's going to be 3 laps to go. And it looks like the 99 car are going to bring it off pit road one more time. 3-lap shootout to decide it. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is anybody's game. John Osborne has at the start of his line. It's going to be Osborne. It's going to be Taylor. That's going to be your front row. As they come down that long back straightaway. Salzano up there in that third final podium spot. Kuykendall. He's going to start fourth. Hot Rod Jordan McGraw. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to settle as they come to turns 3-1, hopefully for the final time here tonight. Through turns 3 and 4. When we come back to green flag, we're going to have 3 laps remaining. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Hopefully for the final time. I think it's going to be the final time. To the Echo Park restart zone. And we are getting ready to come back to green flag. Green flag is out, and we are racing 3 laps to go. 4 laps, 3 laps to go. We'll call it 4 laps to go. Josh Taylor out to the lead. Kuykendall running second. Osborne falls back to 4th. Osborne's looking to the inside. Can he get it? Can he wrestle that from Hot Rod McGraw? Jordan McGraw. Osborne side by side with Anagasek. Anagasek to the outside. He's going to try to pull the power move on Osborne. 3 laps remaining as they cross the stripe. Can Josh Taylor double down? Michael Taylor. Can't say enough about that 39 car. He led a lot of laps, but here he is mired all the way back here at 13 with 3 laps to go. The Santa Hourglass are running out. He's going to force 3 wide. Taylor's going to get the popsicle sticks this time by. Taylor, Kuykendall. 2 laps remain for the Red Bull Bandit. John Osborne falling out of the top 5, riding in 6th. He's getting the business from the double natural of Tyler Dohar. Kuykendall opens it up to 1 second lead over Kuykendall. Kuykendall to the extreme inside of the racing surface. Can't do that with Anagasek there. Isn't gonna work. 2 laps remain as they come down to the turn. Osborne into the wall. Please stay green. Popsicle sticks away. Oh, we got a yellow flag as we got carnage back in the back of the field. And we are going to use a green-white checkers. John Osborne wrecks out. Let's see what happened. To Rob Shaw. He's going to do some free landscaping, gets into Tucker, goes around, collects a number of race cars. We got a 2-lap shootout. Third caution of the evening. No one should be going down pit road right now. We got some takers in the back. Kuykendall, Taylor, Anigasek, your top three. So laps click off. Third caution of the night. And we're up on a time constraint here, so we're going to forego the Victory Lane interviews tonight. And I went to boot scoot and boogie out of the booth, catch my next race, so. Josh Taylor, Kyle Kuykendall, Justin Anigasek. So we should be coming to one to go this time by. They're going to get doubled up. Green, white, checkered. We're going to go 2 laps. Due to a time constraint, we are going to have to forego the interviews at the end. Out of turn number 1 for the final time here tonight. Enigasek brings us down to turns 3 and 4. This time by. We're going to go 2 laps. We're going to take the popsicle sticks. This time by through turns 3. Third caution for cause. Out of turn number 4 for the final time. Pace car is going to duck off. Two laps remain. We're back to green flag racing. Two laps to go. Popsicle sticks, we got to make it around one more for the race to be official. Taylor, Kuykendall, Enigasek. We're 3 wide in the middle. Down the back straight away. We were so close. Enigasek gets a little loose. Here comes Eliza Fisher. He's looking to get on the podium for the third time. Or for the third final podium spot. Turn 3. Coming down turn 4. Kuykendall gonna get loose. We're gonna stay green. All Josh Taylor has to do is get to the white flag, and this race is official. White flag in the air. We're racing back to checkers. Josh Taylor, Kuykendall, Enigasek. Doesn't matter what happens now. All Josh Taylor's got to do is cross the finish line. Kuykendall. To the extreme inside, Enigasek giving chase. Josh Taylor coming through turns 3 one more time. Off of turn number 3 for the final time. Josh Taylor coming into turn number 4. Off turn number 4 he goes. And he's going to win here at Indianapolis, doing the Indy Snake. Checker flag is out. Josh Taylor going to win. Justin Enigasek in second. Your podium is going to round out with Kyle Kuykendall. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the time restraints that we have, we are going to have to forego the top 3 interviews. But we will check in with these drivers next week. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Redline Racing Network. Have a good night. We'll see you all on the next one.